You're watching the G Code Wellness interview with Sabrina G. Welcome back. Thank you for watching. I'm Sabrina Gooseby, and today you're going to hear about an interview I had with an old friend from elementary. Now, as you can see, we both are talking in the video. However, the audio didn't record, so I took notes, and so that's what you'll be hearing today. But first, like, comment, share this video, and we both will be glad that you did. Okay, so let's jump right in. Now, as we talk, she told me a lot of great things and interesting things about herself. And the number one thing that stuck out to me was how she got into the cannabis and real estate industry. So the first question I asked her was, who are you today? Who is Danielle? Danielle said she's married with 8 kids and counting. I'm just joking on the counting part, but definitely married with 8 beautiful children. She's also a realtor out here in Oakland, California. Well, out there in Oakland, California, and out there just making it happen in the real estate business and being a mother and a wife. Since we are talking about mental health awareness, these questions were directed towards a situation that happened into her life, and she goes to share with me that when she was 12 years old, her grandfather committed suicide. She couldn't understand why, because he was such a loving man, and he took care of his family. Her mother took it very hard in a way. She blamed herself. She felt like she could have saved him, or she should have been there for him. Danielle would hide her pain at school. None of her friends knew that she was not doing well inside. The process of his passing caused her to have PTSD over her loved ones. As mentioned before, her mother took it the hardest. Her dad was a pastor, and so he believed, so this made his belief level a little bit stronger, made him stronger in his faith for her mother, and helped them all the most. That's what helped them the most. Of course, other family members were remorsing, including her grandmother. I asked Danielle, what are some things did she do at 12 years old to help her cope with her grandfather passing? She said, being that her dad is a pastor, we went straight to God in prayer and reading the Bible. So by this point, I was wondering if this incident at 12 years old had anything to do with her being in the cannabis industry. And surprisingly, no, it has nothing to do with the reason why she got into the cannabis industry. However, when she was introduced to it, it did make sense. She goes on to share and says that later on in my life, in my early 20s, I was introduced to the cannabis industry through a job offer at a cannabis dispensary in Jack London. They taught me about cannabis and the effects that it have on the brain. So now I'm an expert on the proper ways to consume it and for various different reasons for mental problems as well as physical problems. You know, I totally agree with the benefits of cannabis. Absolutely. And so I asked Danielle, would you encourage or agree with one who uses cannabis for mental health, being that she went through PTSD? So Danielle answered, I do encourage people to use cannabis prescribed by a doctor or not, only because illness and or problems aren't that severe. and common sense can be used in most cases. Of cancer, you'll most likely be prescribed by a doctor. And most importantly, she said, believe in God will help you and heal you. Not the cannabis. The cannabis is an aid, it's a help, but the healing comes from God. Okay. And so the next question I asked Danielle was, what do you do for a living? And so Danielle, she currently is a realtor. She helps people in the cannabis industry to find a real estate. And also not just the cannabis industry, but, anybody who's looking for real estate, commercial or residential. And, in California, that is. So she goes on to say, I didn't know that in my 20s working at a dispensary that 10 years later, I'll be helping people find location real estate to open up their own cannabis clubs. The point is, stay open to doing something new. It might lead you directly to where you need to go. Learn about the benefits of cannabis so that you can be educated and won't feel bad for doing it. She also goes on and to share that she wished she would have opened up, more about it. Things that she went through, knowing that it could have been helpful for others. But I'm glad that she was able to share with us today. And unfortunately, the audio didn't come through on this video. The story would have been better told by her. But again, I do appreciate your time for listening in on the conversation and this interview that was had with Danielle, who's out there in California doing amazing things in real estate, and as a mom and as a wife, she's out here making it happen. And it's been my honor. It's been an honor, not my honor, but it's been an honor and a pleasure to speaking with her again after so many years. To see the progress that she's made, and it's encouraging for me to see that, and also be able to speak with her about it. And so again, I do appreciate your time. This is the G Code. I am Sabrina G, and the interview was with Danielle. Peace out. Oh, yeah, it's the G Code. What's understood don't need to be explained, man.